Hey everybody, welcome to True North Aviation. I hope you enjoy the video and hopefully learn something as well. So this video is all about flying this jet prop on a instrument departure procedure and into a hold. We decided to stay in a few laps in the hold just for proficiency's sake. And while we were in the hold, we were actually in the clouds, right on top, but right in the clouds. And we picked up quite decently heavy ice. So I hope you enjoy and watch further in the video for how we dealt with the icing.
Goes into red line, we shut her off. Good. Alright, now we could get the starter off.
Tower jumper up 9120, Yankee, hold short 30, ready for departure. Nice. Right on top. Wings look good on my side. Yep, good over here. A little bit on the windshield is all. White line. Nice. Good departure. 3 miles to Diddley.
Okay, so flying 3 miles to Diddley, meaning I am somewhere in this area here. And as I'm approaching Diddley, what I'm planning on is checking my altitude for sure, but we also have to cross at Diddley at or above 7,800. Once we do, then we can make that left turn back to the VOR, which is where we're going to fly the hold.
Point 2, back to Diddley. It's on GPS mode, right? Yeah, okay. Go ahead, crank your heading bug back around. One 118. Yeah, roughly. Ooh, yeah, nice and bright. Okay, so right now it's direct. It's back technically, so this is showing like you kind of intercept again, but technically it's
20 Yankee, Missoula, altimeter 2979er.
2979er 20 Yankee, thank you.
Traffic departing runway 30, they'll be on the Diddley 5, Mullen Pass, transition their kilometer 12000 at the King Air.
Okay, Roger 20 Yankee. We're right on the top of the clouds right now. Other than that, it was all in the clouds.
20 Yankee, Roger, you said you are on top of the clouds at 13?
Just barely. It's waving between 13 and 13.5, I would say.
20 Yankee, Roger.
There we go. Okay, and it's intercepting back. Now we're going back to the Missoula VOR. Wow, look at that. Yeah, that's sick.
Okay, so now that we are directly towards the VOR, you want to start determining your entry into the hold. Now, there's many different ways to do this. I personally find it the most easiest of once you're directly to the VOR, lined up on your course. Once you're directly towards the VOR, you can take your pen or even your finger and hold it over the VOR, and if you're making right turns, you raise the right side of your pen and the opposite for the left turns. And you want to split the VOR into 3 sections like this. The top section, that's the smallest, is the teardrop. And then the next section is the parallel, and the largest section is a direct entry. You can also split your approach plate like this. Now, obviously, I spent a little bit of time making it a lot nicer, but you get the point. So you split this approach plate like this. The small section is teardrop, the little bit larger section is parallel, and the largest section is direct. So then what you can do is look at your inbound course, which in this instance is 151, and continue it to the reciprocal, which is 331 up here. That 331 then continues, and you can see it falls in the direct entry section. So that means that you know that you're going to make a direct entry. And if we clear all this out, it actually makes sense because we're coming from this direction, and it's easiest just to make a continuous right turn into the hold. So right now what I'm doing is I'm setting up the GPS to fly based on OBS mode. Now, we can fly green needles in the VOR, or you can fly GPS in lieu of. And GPS in lieu of is pretty sweet. You can use the OBS mode once you've gone direct to the VOR on your GPS. You can do OBS to choose your outbound radio, in this case it's 151, and then use your heading bug to turn the autopilot around 180 degrees once you cross your fix. From there, that's exactly what we're doing now, is turning the heading bug to 180 degrees behind us, which is 331. Now, as I'm turning around here, we are flying outbound, and we want to use a good outbound course corrected for wind. So this is the first moment where we start entering the clouds in the hold and where we start picking up icing. Of course, at this point, what we're doing is focusing on our 1 minute time, and as we hit the 1 minute timer, then you want to start that turn inbound. Now, it's super important to set up a intercept angle that will be not only appropriate to get you back onto the hold, but also correcting for wind will get you back into a good inbound course that will allow you to fly for 1 minute. Unfortunately, my camera stops recording here shortly, but you can see the ice building on the windscreen. Now, it's really important to stay calm while you're encountering ice, but more importantly, stay ahead of the airplane and allow you to troubleshoot. To stay ahead of the airplane, a pretty common feature for autopilot flying is heading mode and nav mode. Fly heading mode outbound and nav mode inbound, and it becomes a very task minimal situation to continually flying in the hold. That way you can focus on other things such as troubleshooting and diverting and going to your next approach or your next waypoint. So enjoy the rest of the video here and see how we do this approach and landing.